Good evening. What is good? What is good? What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mark and MUFC fans. Sorry for the little delay. Had a little bit of a drop in the internet, so I was unable to connect. Guys, delayed me a few minutes. I apologize. Big up to all of you coming in. What's good? What's good? And it's some really breaking news right now. Man United have made their stance known. They will not be increasing their bid for Ugarte. If PSG does not meet them in the middle, we will be moving on. Guys, what are your thoughts in the comments? Let me know what you're thinking. Big up, big up. What are you thinking? What do you want? Who would you choose, guys? Let's break it right down. And right now, the option on the table, well, there are two. First, let's look at this guy, and everyone knows who he is. Martin ZUBIMENDI, winner of the Euros 2024 championships with Spain, the La Liga player, 26 years old, stalwart performer. What are you thinking, guys? Is he a good option? I think a lot of you will probably liking this. And there has been some news recently reported that ZUBIMENDI might be open to a move to Manchester United, which makes it even more interesting because there have been many reports that he is not interested in moving out from Real Sociedad. But things are changing. Maybe Man United are swaying his interest. Guys, what is happening? Let's get into this. Let me get into his statistical chart, guys, so you guys can see the quality of the player that is Martin ZUBIMENDI. Let's break it right down. Guys, right now, can you see this on the screen? This is his statistical, chart. This is from 2023, the last 365 days, as you know what I mean. In green is his attacking ability. In whitish, in cream, let's say cream, guys, or vanilla is his possession, and in red is his defending ability, guys. So let's check this out, right? And his shot creating actions are 26, and that's on average, guys. His pass attempted of 62%, and his pass completion is 69%. He plays 62% progressive passes as well, 40% progressive carries, 32% successful take-ons, 58% successful touches, 17 progressive passes recorded per game. He's percentage 78% of dribblers tackled. He has 96% of aerial duels won, 51 tackles and interception on average, 44 blocks, 77 clearances, 72 non-penalty goals, 60 non-penalty XG, 19 assists, guys, 26 assisted goals, and 39 NPXG plus XAG, guys. I'm not a stat man, but, when I look at this chart, this is a very well-rounded player. And to get him into Manchester United, guys, it would be something really, really good. And a lot of you guys are wanting a baller. Now, this is a baller, guys. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments, guys. Big up to you, Danny B. What's good? What's good, my brother? Big up to you, Matata United. Hope you're well. Engbeg, how good is the Pletty source on the Ugarte news? Well, Pletty is one of the top tier 1 journalists out of Germany, guys. So his sources are very, very good. It's interesting to see what's going on with Ugarte. I will be talking about him shortly. I just wanted to start off with a bang. And of course, ZUBIMENDI is the dream for a lot of the fans. Everyone likes what they have seen. And Casimir is saying exactly that. Good evening, guys. Get in ZUBIMENDI. Danny B is coming in. If we're on a major budget, go Amrabat for Fana ZUBIMENDI. I would love, but don't think he will leave Spain. 100%. ZUBIMENDI was always my first choice, and him or Alan Varela, nice, interesting. Would love if we could scout Equi Fernandez at Boca, but it looks like he's linked with Marseille. Yeah, I heard that too, Danny B. I haven't brought any news on him because I've not been hearing any links from United, so I haven't been able to talk about that. But let's look at Manuel Ugarte, guys. It's going to be an interesting comparison. As you know, let's check it out. Let's check out Manuel Ugarte. As you can see him here in the picture. Big up. Hold on. Let me just do this one more time. Oh, man. Big up. Let's go. Manuel Ugarte statistical index. Here it goes. Let's check out Manuel Ugarte, guys. And he's more on the defensive side. You know what I mean? He's played 20. Let's check out this. Let's check this out really quickly. Right. So in green, guys, as you know, it's his defensive action. In yellow is his interceptions, and in black is his attacking, is what he provides going forward. So in pass completion, he has 91%, 44.54 progressive carries, 60% passes attempted, 4.9 progressive passes per game, 2.0 shot creating actions, 0.84 progressive passes recorded, 0.19 touches at in the attacking penalty box. He has 4.63 tackles per game, 2.18 interceptions per game, 1.65 blocks per game, 0.77 aerial duels won, which is decent. You know what I mean? Is it 0.7? Yeah, it's 0.7. 0.65 clearances per game. You know what I mean? Shots on goals, 0.73. Zero non-penalty goals, 0.03 on the non-penalty XG. So, guys, I guess you can get the picture with Manuel Ugarte. He's a dominant defender, but he's not that guy that's going to help you create the attacks. Now, will you be willing to take Manuel Ugarte or ZUBIMENDI, guys? Whichever one is the more realistic approach. Don't forget to let me know in the comments, guys, because you know what? I pretty much don't mind Manuel Ugarte. I would say it like this. He's a decent player. For what we need, I think a player with a defensive actions is most important, because he would provide a base for players like Kobe Mainu and Bruno or whoever is in front of him to play their utmost best and express themselves playing their game. And I would rather that than have a player that's also going to want to get in on the attack. It's my honest opinion, but I know some of you might have a different vibe. At the end of the day, it's just a choice. You know what I mean? Manuel Ugarte or ZUBIMENDI. There's also some reports coming out today, guys, and I'm going to jump in right this minute into that report. And the sources are talking about a possible hijack for Youssef Fofana. He's a French player. He comes from AS Monaco, guys. What are your thoughts on this? I heard some of you talking about Fofana. I heard that he was all but agreed to AC Milan, especially in terms of personal terms with the club. Now, Monaco have said they've been in talks with Milan, but they have not reached a final agreement yet, which leaves some room for Manchester United to sneak into the deal. Guys, how are you feeling? Would you like Manchester United to grab Youssef Fofana? Who is your choice of the three? Would it be Youssef Fofana? Would it be ZUBIMENDI? Or will it be Manuel Ugarte? Matter of fact, guys, I'm gonna create a poll right now, and we're gonna see what your choices are. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna create the poll. You guys get in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking, and let's see what's gonna be what. Hold on. Let's create a poll. Let's create a poll. And the poll: who is your choice? Who is your top pick? Let's go. Manuel Ugarte, Martin, ZUBIMENDI, and let's go with Youssef Fofana. Guys, get in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Get in the poll, interact to make your choices be heard, guys. Let's see, what would you think? Who do you want, guys? Get in the poll. The poll is live. Smash it in. Let me see. I'm going to leave it live for the next 25 minutes, guys. Everyone in the chat, everyone who's here, get in on the poll. If you're not, you know what I mean? You're a 007 agent, like Botswana would say. But big up to you guys. You know what I mean? Right. While you guys interact with the poll, big up, big up. Oh, Craig, you like the value of Bafana. I think he's interesting. Let's check out his his statistical chart at the same time, guys. Let's check it out. Let me see what's going on here. Let me check this. Let me pull up that information for you guys. Right. Whew. Oh, Right. Right. So, guys, look at it right here. Let's see what you're thinking about that. This is Youssef Fofana, guys. Of course, in green, it's it's his performances, and it's actually compared against Sofian Amrabat, who is in blue. So this is a direct comparison of what we have seen from Sofian Amrabat, and this is going to be a direct comparison to him. And basically, let's see how it looks. It looks like Youssef Fofana exceeds Amrabat in every single format. You know what I mean? Compared to Amrabat, he has 24%. He's 24 years old, so he's 3 years younger. He wins 76.1% of his duels. His actions is 76.4. That's the only situation where Amrabat exceeds him with 78%. His progressives carries are 90.7 as opposed to Amrabat, who's 52.2%. His forward passing is 96.5 compared to Amrabat's 68.9. His percentage is his key passes percentage rate is 86.3% compared to Amrabat 25. You know, Progressive passing range put on average in general is 82.4 compared to Amrabat 61.4. You know what I mean? And now, while he has played more minutes, guys, if you look at this chart, you can see how much better than Amrabat he actually is. And that's just, blatantly there for everyone to see, guys. You know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts in the comments, guys? Interact with the poll. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know who you would choose between Youssef Fofana, Martin Zubimendi, or Manuel Ugarte, guys. Because there are three decent options. They're going to provide some slightly different things. But I would think so far, from what I've seen, Zubimendi is the most well-rounded. For the money, I think Youssef Fofana is the bang for buck. And, if you really want a real defensive destroyer, I think the specialist will have to be Ugarte. Yeah, Zubimendi might not be happening. If they do, Ineos would shock us all, Danny B, 100%. Big up to you, Rajat. What up, bro? Hope you're well. You want Manuel too? I want him as well. I'd rather just have it simple. Big up to you. Every big club has a ball-holding CDM with passing abilities. I would prefer Zubimendi, says Labo. Well, there's a link. Labo, there's currently a poll running, so get your choices in. What has happened with Ugarte? Well, here's what happened with Ugarte. Right now, Paris Saint-Germain are still trying to demand somewhere in the region of 55 million euros for him. They paid 50 million euros for him last term when they got him in 23-24 at the beginning of that season, and they're trying to charge us over the odds. They're trying to make a profit on him, and I think that's bad news, guys. That's really bad news. We're offering them somewhere in the region of 45 to 50 million with add-ons, you know what I mean? And they're refusing. So they're making the deal really hard. So I guess Man United is letting them know we're not taking the mugging off. We're going to move on if you don't want to get the deal done. So, Paris Saint-Germain needs the money, guys. If they're going to get, João Neves over the line and get one or two of their players in, they're going to need to sell. Of course, they're interested in Jadon Sancho, who has reported to have agreed personal terms with PSG. Then it's going to be very interesting to see what's happening there. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would love to do a collaboration with Pig. You know what I mean? He's the truth. Big up to him always. I always watch his streams as well. So yeah, anytime he invites me, I will be there, bro. Royden, what's good, bro? What's good? Now, Royden, I think you're the one going to be liking this the most because Fofana is now likely an option. He hasn't actually completed his deal with AC Milan. There's still some delay between the negotiations of the clubs, leaving some room open for Manchester United to pounce like a great white shark. What are your thoughts, guys? Who do you think what will happen? To be fair, Mbag, honestly, I think Ugarte is our prime target. So I would like it to be the most likely situation that happens. It's just going to be difficult. I don't think United are going to accept paying over the odds for any player unless it's on their terms. So it's one of those things where I kind of want Ugarte to happen. I think it's the most likely, But if Youssef Sofana somehow, agrees personal terms with Man United, I think, for 30 million, that's the deal we're gonna do. So it's just gonna be interesting to see when that news breaks, my bro. That's one of the things where I'm looking at right now. You know what I mean? And let me just read the article out for you guys so you guys could get the direct information. So it's not just my interpretation of what's happening with Ugarte. I'll bring this to the table one time so you guys can see it. Man United's verbal offers for Target have been deemed too low. The Manchester United verbal has been deemed too low by Paris Saint-Germain this summer. The Premier League giants are focused on bringing in the midfielders after signing Joshua Zirkzee and Leny Yoro this month. Manchester United are looking at several midfielders, and Ugarte appears to be the top target for the club. The Uruguayan is sold on the move and has given consent to personal terms on a contract with the Red Devils. Manchester United are yet to table an official bid, but according to German broadcaster Deutschland, they have already tabled several verbal offers. However, PSG have been left unimpressed by those verbal bids, and they believe that they were far too low for Ugarte. The Parisians are open to selling Ugarte, but are holding out for as much as 70 million euros. Well, that's even more than I heard earlier on today. I heard it was more like 50. I heard it was more like 55, 60 million euros. You know what I mean? Now it's 70. That's way too high. That's like 60 million pounds, guys. That's not good. We're not gonna pay that much unless it's they're willing to drop 15 million off of that fee. Yo, it looks high. It's looking more unlikely by the minute, guys. I would definitely love to have Ugarte, but with PSG making these insane sort of demands, I don't think United is going to take that. You know what I mean? With Trevor Chalobah, I was just about to bring up some news on him. What's happening to him is going to be interesting to see. And just give me 1 second, guys. I'll be bringing up that news on him right now. Right, let's get it. Let's get it. Trevor Chalobah. Right. And this is what everyone wants to know. And MUFC, we hold a genuine interest in the player, as everyone knows. This is it, Trevor Chalobah. Everyone knows that Manchester United does hold an interest in the player. He has been left behind by Chelsea, deemed surplus to requirements, sort of in a very unclassy format, but it's very, very ruthless, I would say. Man United maybe need to try to use that energy with some of the, what we would call the dead wood in the club. Maybe we should tell some of those guys, hey, you can't get on this plane, bro. Find yourself a club too. This is the kind of moves you got to be making if you want to be ruthless, to be honest, guys. So, outcast star whose position they're intent on strengthening on. Despite sanctioning Leny Yoro's signing less than a week ago, Manchester United remain actively scouring the market for another centre-back addition. In truth, more than one new arrival in the position is necessary following the exits of Raphael Varane and Willy Kwambala. Johnny Evans penned a one-year deal following his contract expiry, while Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof face uncertain futures, particularly Latter, who's out of contract in 2025. It's going to be very interesting to see when Victor Lindelof moves in this window. The Reds have found themselves heavily linked with Matthijs de Ligt and Gerard Brandtwaite. After seeing bids for both of them rejected, de Ligt is undoubtedly a cheaper option this summer and is perhaps Erik ten Hag's preferred choice given their history together at Ajax, although his current wages and injury history have a lot to be desired. Sky, you know what I mean? It's interesting to see what we're going, because there's a few Premier League clubs targeting the United man who's excited by the problem, and that's Jadon Sancho they're talking about, guys. As such, Ineos may return to a Premier League rival to bolster the manager's backline next season. The club had already been linked with Trevor Chalobah earlier in the window, but his exclusion from Chelsea's preseason tour of the United States has all but confirmed he'll be on his way out of the West London in the coming weeks. Enzo Maresca has controversially decided to omit the 24-year-old homegrown talent from his summer plans, which says a lot about the role he'd play should he stay at Stamford Bridge for the forthcoming campaign. Why United are considering Chalobah. Valued in the region of £25 million, Chalobah's versatility in being able to play both centrally and at right back makes him an almost ideal suitor for what Ineos Chiefs are looking for. Wan Bissaka has been tipped to complete a move away for several weeks now, and the Cobham graduate can provide coverage to Diego Dalot when needed across the term. It remains to be seen if United will accelerate interest by sending a proposal Chelsea's way. If not, Fulham, Newcastle, AC Milan, and Borussia Dortmund will be waiting in the wings considering their own pursuits. 100%. Guys, what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments what you're thinking. I still have the poll up. The poll is going to be running for the duration of the stream because that is the most important decision. I would like to figure out from you guys, what are your choices? Big up to you. Royden, have you smashed in the poll? I hope you got in on the poll, my bro. I think we will get Ugarte. I also think so, my bro, 100%. 45 with add-ons will be the highest we go. Why pay 60, 70 when we can get Fofana and Amrabat for 50? That's exactly what I am thinking, Danny B. Although, I think Ugarte is way better than Amrabat, in my honest opinion. Chebex is coming in. Can Ineos pull off Zubamendi? That deal would be a huge statement by the new structure. Well, Chebex, first time seeing you here, bro. Don't forget to smash a like and subscribe. Get in on the poll action. Let me know what you're thinking there as well. And I would like to see that deal done. It's definitely going to be a deal that's going to send an impact and a shockwave across the Premier League because it's going to be two top players that didn't really seem like they wanted to move anywhere, but still came because United came knocking. So it's going to be interesting to see how we do with that. Rajat is saying he wants to go for Joao Neves, but I would say to you, Rajat, right now, I don't think he's the player that we actually need. He's more of a hybrid 8-6 to me, more than a 6 in all honesty and fairness. Yeah, why not just keep Amrabat? Well, I think, his physicality is good, but he's actually pretty slow. So I think, Ineos wants a player who covers a bit more ground and has a more of a better engine. You know what I mean? If you understand what I'm saying. What about Richard Rio's situation? Well, there have been some recent reports. I spoke about this, Johnson, this morning. Richard Rios is one of those situations where, there is a release clause in his contract from Palmeiras, something in about the region of 90 million euros. Really, really weird because all we were hearing was 17 million pounds would be an offer where they might accept a deal for him. So I don't see if we might be going back to make an offer to them. That's way too much money. He would be a very, very good 8, bringing in that different kind of style into the Premier League. You know what I mean? There's not much Colombians in the Premier League in the midfield as well. So we saw James and he kind of failed. But this guy is pretty decent in my honest opinion, but not for the price that is quoted at the moment. Yeah, big up for that. 100%. Richard Riom. Oh, you talk about Rios. Yeah, Richard Rios. Richard Rios is the player that they don't want to sell, bro, and they're gonna make everyone check that release clause, which is 90 million euros turbo. So it's gonna be something that I don't think we're gonna be doing at all. Maybe it's between Ugarte, Zubamendi, and Fofana, Amrabat, and Rabiot. Well, I mean, I think it might be a pairing of the two. But if I had to say, let's not hope for the moon. Let's try to be a little bit realistic. Let's think about it in the perspective that it could be just one player that we're getting. And if we had to choose between the three, which one would you prefer to see, guys? That's really what I am trying to ask you. You know what I mean? But move on, guys. Let's talk about Trevor Chalobah. What do you guys think? 25 million, maybe negotiate 20. You know what I mean? They already left him out of the squad. I don't think they'll be able to keep a strong hand with that kind of movement since they already, left him home. They want him to leave. Maybe if we go in there with a light 18 million plus 2 in add-ons, they might do a deal. What are you guys thinking? I don't think we should do anything that much more money. And we know we have a little bit of money set aside for the defensive side of things still. They are better than him for that money in South America. 100%, Danny B, 100%. You can get multiples of him in South America for that kind of money, bro. 90 M's? Sure. Raw. Guys, let me bring in some news and possible news about a permanent, outgoing, and possibly What's shocking me is Facundo is open to the permanent move. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Facundo Pellistri is open to a permanent move to Panathinaikos as talks with Man United continue. I am actually shocked by this, guys. I am actually shocked by this. Shocked. I didn't think he would want to go to Greece, guys. I mean, I'm not saying Panathinaikos is not a good team, but of course, I think they probably are in the Champions League, but I mean, I would have liked him try to do another European teams like maybe in Spain or something like that. Even in the French league, he might have been able to do really well. Damn. Anyway, let's get into the report. Manchester United star Facundo Pellistri is reportedly open to a permanent move to Greek side Panathinaikos. Pellistri is believed to be one of the players Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos are keen on selling this summer in case suitable offers for him are received. United signed Pellistri from Penarol in a $9 million deal on deadline day in October 2020. He has played 24 times for the club. While Pellistri is a regular starter for Uruguay on the international stage, the winger has failed to nail down a starting place at Manchester United. He has had loan spells at Alaves and more recently at Granada last season. At Granada, Pellistri registered 2 goals and as many assists in 15 La Liga appearances. A recent report coupled by the People person relayed that United were engaged in talks with Panathinaikos over the transfer of Pellistri. It is stated that in Greece, it's not the forward's priority, but if a fresh update is anything to go by, it seems that he has had a change of heart. One of the Greek news revealed that Panathinaikos are trying to buy Pellistri on a permanent arrangement despite suggestions that they are pursuing a loan deal. According to the publication, in case the player Pellistri comes on loan, the purchase options will be mandatory. Regarding Pellistri's stance, the newspaper understands that from there, the player seems to welcome the possibility of joining Panathinaikos, as it is the choice of the coach, Diego Alonso, who promoted him to the Uruguayan national team when he got the chance. The outlet explains that Pellistri knows he'll play a key role at Panathinaikos and opposed to United, where he would most likely be a secondary option and have to be content with a place on the bench. The Uruguayan is also aware that Panathinaikos are solid contenders to win the championship and will also be playing in the European competitions. The 22-year-old's United contract runs until 2025. Guys, what are your thoughts about this? I'm a bit shocked. I did not expect Pellistri to accept this deal. I thought he would probably try to take a move in January, but you know what? It looks like he's done and ready to move, guys. That is a bit sad. Of course, Turbo, I think you think like me. I would definitely be signing Rabiot on a free because I think he would cook in our midfield. Ciao. What is good, my bro? Yeah, bro. I don't, well, I mean, bro, I don't really want to see Chalobah as well, but you know what? It's going to be interesting to see what we do. For me, this transfer window will be all about sales and the Deadwood difficult sales. 100%, broski. What about Richard Rio's situation, please? I love that guy. This is how we lose Caicedo before he was signed at Brighton. Well, you see, Richard Rios, like I was saying before, Johnson, I don't know if you were in here before, my bro, but I'll repeat it for you. There's a 90 million euro release clause on his contract, and Panathinaikos do not want to get the player sold. So they're going to play hardball, and we're going to have to pay a large sum if we want to get him. It's not as reported before, where we possibly can table a bid for 70 million pounds, and the player comes. It's going to be a lot more intricate and difficult a deal to do. So we're going to have to wait and see how that progresses. If Panathinaikos, softens their stance on the release clause, there might be something we can do about it. But until then, I think it's a very, very difficult deal. Richard Rios, was his club trying to generate interest? Maybe so, Royden. You might have a point there. Palmeiras aren't selling Rios because they have sold lots of key players like Estavo, Endrick, and Guilherme. 100%. You know what I mean? They've already made somewhere in the region of 200 million pounds. There's no reason for them to sell any players at the moment as well, to be fair. If we want two CDMs, we need to sell Casemiro, Ericsson, and McTominay in defense, Lindelof, AWB, and Maguire. That's how I will read this transfer window. Well, I don't know if it's realistic for us to sell all those players all in the same window, Royden. And I don't think that's something that we should be doing. We would probably end up just as bad as Chelsea did. You know what I mean? I think we're gonna have to deal with somewhere in the region of 5 to 6 players leaving, and the rest probably moving in the January transfer window. There's still another transfer window 6 months from now. So that's just the way I would have to look at things. I'm not trying to be, soft or anything like that. I'm just trying to be practical on the situation. Mark is coming in. Big up to you, bro. My name is Mark as well. Zubamendi is what United needs, I think. I won't disagree with you there. I think, if you look at all the DMs on offer, Zubamendi is the most well-rounded defensive midfielder of the choices. I think he would definitely be a great addition to Man United, But if you're asking my personal opinion, you know what I mean? I might slightly disagree with you a little bit. I think we actually need someone who's just going to destroy and really just tackle the stuff out of people. You know what I mean? I just think, a guy like Ugarte is going to scream, don't come running through here. You know what I mean? He's going to be messing people up. He's going to be, taking it out on everyone. He's going to be stopping all the runs. And I think you just want someone to give the ball to Bruno, give the ball to possibly Leny Yoro, or give the ball, to someone who's going to break the lines like Alessandro Martinez and just, protect the defense. But I mean, again, I might be wrong and you might be right, because when I look at Zubamendi, he creates a lot going forward. He has those line breaking passes as well, and he can score goals. So it's going to be it's definitely either way. I think it's going to be amazing. I think in one way, I'm thinking more on the simplistic side, and in another way, I think Zubamendi is actually the better choice. To be fair, and he does have a 60 million euro release clause, so it can be interesting to get that deal done. It's how we go about the business. That's going to be the interesting thing for me, guys. You know what I'm saying? But big up for your question, my bro. There's also a poll in the chat. So if you have the time, take a time, to smash a like and also interact with the poll as well, Mark. Thank you so much for your question, bro. Big up to you. Danny B is saying, I'm happy to see Slab, Lindelof, McTominay leave. They need to go. Well, yeah, they've been here, stealing a living for a while now. I think McTominay is one of those players for me. His passion and his passion for me, and how he lives Man United and breathes Man United. For me, he embodies the kind of energy you want from a player playing for your club. I'm just sad that he doesn't have that amazing talent to go along with that attitude that he has, because if he did, he'd be world class, like without a doubt. He'd be one of our best players if he did, but he doesn't. You know what I mean? Rabiot is a bit of Patrick Vieira, but I mean, he might be. But I could tell you something: because of him, Fofana only played like 35 minutes in the entire Euro competition, because he came on as a substitute for Rabiot, bro. Rabiot started every single game in the same position that Fofana plays. So for me, it's quite interesting. I think I would rather sign Rabiot on a free and then decide between Zubamendi and Ugarte possibly. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? I could be wrong again, you know. But I think Zubamendi provides Bruno to be higher up the pitch and do more of it. Well, yeah, this is why I kind of said that, maybe you are taking the better choice than I am taking, because I'm taking maybe the more safe choice, and you're taking the choice that has a more expansive opportunity with it. It brings a little bit more unknown. It could be much more impactful as well. So yeah, you're probably 100% right. Zubamendi will provide more of an opportunity for Bruno to be high up the pitch, because he can break lines and stuff. So yeah, I would have to take my hat off to you, bro. Big up. You know what I'm saying? I could always admit when I'm wrong. Collier is the McTominay replacement. Danny B, you're thinking like I'm thinking. I think Collier coming into the team gives us the opportunity to let McTominay go. You know what I mean? I think Collier could do everything he can do and do it a little bit better, in my honest opinion. Barrow is coming in. Big up to you. Welcome to the channel, my bro. Haven't seen you here before, but big up. I would rather sign Amrabat than Fofana. Yo, I mean, that's a different shout. Maybe you could give me a little bit of reason why you have that decision, bro, because I can see why I would take Amrabat. He's cheaper. I've seen what he did in the last few games. I think if we can get that consistently, that would be amazing contribution to the team. He is just as good, in my opinion, than Fofana. I don't think Fofana has much more than him in terms of age. Maybe Fofana might get is more accurate at shooting, and getting into the action of the attack during games. But I think Amrabat for the price is a decent addition for a squad player, to be fair. Always nice to see the new Secretary General at NATO has time to talk about United. Big up Mark Root. Oh, big up. I didn't even know that, Labo. Bro. Turbo, we can't let Manu play so much. We need someone to replace him so he can drop form. That he won't drop form as Garnacho. Yeah, I mean, that's understandable. This is why I'm saying we should get a Rabiot, because I think if you have a Manu, you could either play him next to Rabiot or you can put him on the bench for Rabiot. You know what I mean? Also, you have Collier who could come in and play the role, and he would be different from Manu, but you know what I mean? And then we also have the likes of, well, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Mason Mount, but Mason Mount is effectively an 8. So he should be able to play that role, since we really play with 2 8s and a 6. So it's one of those things. If you look at it like that, it could be something probable. I also would like to don't get me wrong, I would love to sign Joao Neves. It's just that 90 million in this time, I don't think we can afford it, my bro. I know we have been really creative in the way we are spending money, but at the same time, I don't think we have 90 M's to spend right now, bro. We're going to have to do some really magic in the outgoings to get that sort of capital. Why are people wanting bench players before filling obvious gaps in the first 11? Most of our squad is bench players. 100%, 100%. You know what I mean? Getting in on Ugarte or getting in, these are the things we need to be doing. You know what I mean? Like we got in Leny Yoro. I think Leny Yoro is a challenge, is a possible starter in the defense, even though he's 18. I think he shows maturity in his play, similar to Kobe Manu, but you don't want these guys playing 90 minutes week in, week out. Plus, we're going to be having 2 games a week. So, you need to have rotation. It's going to be interesting what we do in the market. Like I keep saying to you guys, this is a war of attrition. We need squad depth. You know what I mean? We need to have squad depth. And I don't mind getting Rabiot. I don't even mind bringing back Amrabat. But first, I really want us to get Ugarte or ZUBIMENDI. I would love to get both, but I don't know if we could afford that, guys. Just some other little definitive news on the current state of the progress between the deal of Manchester United and Matthijs de Ligt, guys. In case you are wondering, I'm gonna bring this up on the screen for you guys right now, just so you guys can get a little bit of a, how should I put it, more of an understanding of what's going on with this deal as we speak. And Matthijs de Ligt, the deal with Bayern is sort of slowed down because the target's asking price, important internal issue at Bayern Munich. Right now, the asking price for Manchester United target Matthijs de Ligt has become an important internal issue behind the scenes at Bayern Munich this summer. Bayern Munich are open to offers for the Dutchman, which has not pleased the fans who are urging the club to hold on to the 24-year-old defender. The biggest problem, however, is the Dutchman. He wants to move to Man United, and the two sides have already agreed personal terms on a contract. However, Manchester United have failed with a bid for the defender, and Bayern Munich are sticking to their 50 million euro plus add-ons asking price. According to the German broadcaster Sky Deutschland and Pletty Goal, the club are under pressure to stick to the asking price for the Dutchman. It has been claimed that the asking price for the defender has become a massive internal issue behind the scenes, with fans not keen to watch him leave. The club are under pressure to get the best price as possible. Manchester United's offer for the defender was below 40 million mark, and Bayern do not want to appear to be compromising on their asking price. So, guys, this is what is happening right now. You know, like they just it's a matter of they're just being actually silly, you know. And in all fairness, guys, I cannot agree with their ideology in this moment. The player wants the move. We want the player. The player wants us. They should just let him go. You know what I mean? At the same time, guys, it's going to be interesting to see how the market shapes up. There's negotiations are still ongoing for all of these players. Manchester United are keen on bringing in a player before we leave for tour tomorrow. There's definitely going to be some things happening in the next few hours. Some other interesting reports coming out, right now. I don't know if you guys might be interested, but it might piss Bayern off entirely. And guess what, guys? It's kind of realistic. And I'm going to share this with you right now, and it's Jonathan Tah. Guys, Jonathan Tah has been slapped with a 40 million euro price tag amidst Manchester United interests. Now, guys, I don't know. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. You know what I mean? Because Jonathan Tah effectively is 10 million euro cheaper than Matthias de Ligt. Should we really do this to Bayern? Should we let them know that they're taking the piss right now? You know what I mean? Let me know in the comments, guys. Should we slap them over the head and go and take Jonathan Tah? I think maybe we should. You know what I mean? Let them know, if you want to mug around, we're going to come and mug you off ourselves, because we ain't that type. We ain't that type. They not like us. 100%. You know, guys, I think Manchester United definitely need to send a bid in for this guy. Just like Campos Smurf is saying, we don't exist to fund the Bayern summer. 100%. This is all about Man United, and we are the best. We are the only ones, and we should not be concerned about anyone but ourselves. 100%. We should definitely be selfish in this transfer window and mug anyone and everyone. You know what I mean? And with the 40 million price tag, I'm hoping to wake up to a bid from Manchester United at 6 a.m. in the morning, and let's see what Bayern Leverkusen say to that. Let's see what Bayern does after that. Because you know what? If Bayern Leverkusen accepts a deal, what can Bayern Munich do? Because everyone knows they want him. They've been after him since the beginning of the transfer window. It's been touted he's going to Bayern since the Euros, guys. Would that not be a huge slap in the Bayern face? And it's just something we definitely need to deliver, something quick and fast to Bayern. You know what I'm saying, guys? But, Euro will not be a bench option to Tar, bro. I think they will get split game time. We have at least 55 games to be played this season, with at least 17 games with 17 games possible in the Europa League. Now, you know what I mean? That's almost half of the season. Maybe one can start one game, the other start the other game. There's 2 games a week, guys. We're going to be playing 2 games a week until January, the end of January. Do you guys understand? There's going to be 2 games a week because the Europa League is an actual league. And we have Carabao Cup. And we have FA Cup starting in January. We need the squad depth, guys. We definitely need a 25-man strong squad as F, guys. Trust what I'm saying. We should, yes, we should. Wakanda Forever is coming in saying it would be nice. Yeah, guys, I think they've been taking the piss way too long. We should go bid for a target and let's see what's up. We have a manager who will rotate. Trust me on this, Labo. He didn't rotate because he didn't trust some of those geezers. You know what I mean? And I don't blame him, to be fair, because, honest, there's some young players we could have used in the last season, guys, but I feel like we've seen what has happened with some of the young players over the course of the season, and we've seen what happened if they don't perform well, how some fans get on their back, especially some of the ones on Twitter. You know what I mean? They're a little bit crazy over there. Let's just check, Jonathan Tah. Let me just double check his age right here, guys. It should be in the thing here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, he's 28 years old. So Jonathan Tah is 28 years old, guys. So what are your thoughts? Jonathan Tah is 28. I just confirmed it there in the article. Especially that as well composed, he would not get away with it. Yeah, Jonathan Tah is 28 years old, guys. So yeah, I'm not too sure. I think Delit is still the better choice. This guy is, I mean, to be fair, he's in good form. We could get 2-3 years out of this guy. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about Jonathan Tah. Of course, I would prefer Delit, to be fair. I think I still would prefer Delit, but I would still send a bid in to piss Bayern off, to be honest. I would send a bid in to piss Bayern off. That's what I would do because they're taking the piss, guys, and they can't be doing that. When Man United, you know what I mean? When Man United, they can never. Right. This and last but not least, guys, I just wanted to bring this in. I know some of you guys were talking about it. Compost, I don't think you're gonna be too happy about this. But at recently with the recent reports that it's very possible that Fiorentina are willing to take somewhere in the region of 12 million euros for this guy. Manchester United are seeming likely to bring him back on a permanent deal ahead of Ugarte. And this is some interesting news that is coming out this evening, guys. I'm not too sure, if it means that we're not going to be in for a DM again, or if it means Ugarte or Zubimendi or Fofana is still an option as well. But currently reported, is that we know we have been linked with Ugarte and these guys, but right now United are working with two different tracks to sign him. The club have recently decided against the 20 million euro release clause, but could make a fresh bid. The new hierarchy could offer to sign Amrabat for 13 million euros or propose another season-long loan with an option to buy at the end of that season. Fiorentina will want Amrabat to extend his contract beyond 2025 to protect his value. Amrabat could return to Old Trafford this summer. The Reds have already agreed personal terms with Ugarte, but a deal could be complicated with Paris Saint-Germain asking 59 million to sanction his sale. Jadon SANCHO has also been linked with a summer move to Parc des Princes. He could be used as a make-weight to lower the final sum for the Uruguayan international. Despite this, manager Erik ten Hag may want another midfield acquisition. There is a possibility that Scott Mctomminay could leave for the right price this summer. Amrabat had a difficult start to his United career as he struggled to adapt to the league's intensity, but he looked much assured and during the final month of the season. He also starred in the United FA Cup win over Man City. It has been reported that the world-class star will be interested in rejoining the club after their decision to keep Erik ten Hag. The manager is interested in re-signing him. Amrabat could be signed ahead of Ugarte as it will cost less and secure his services. Let's see how this deal progresses, guys. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. What are your thoughts in the comments, guys? Let me know what you're thinking. And guys, please don't forget, smash a like, guys. It really, really, really helps the channel grow. Every time you smash a like, YouTube suggests the video to another football fan, possibly another Manchester United fan, and possibly a new community member, someone who's going to come in and celebrate all the fun with Manchester United winning and all the ups and downs with us. You know what I mean? So please, guys, please come in, smash a like, share it around, and help the channel grow. I'm trying on the road to 1K. I'm trying to get there by the start of the new season, and the only way I can get there is with you guys helping me. And I'm asking you, please help me get there, guys. Share the channel around, show some love. You know what I mean? Let's get it. Let's make this happen. Big up to that. 35 million for someone 4 good years ahead. I'd rather delete. But if Bayern wants silly money, then have him. 100%, bro. 100%. Nah, bro. I am not doing the Tar Mazaruri thing. Mazaruri is injury prone, my bro. Rabiot, yeah. Ivan Tony, I can live with it if we pay somewhere about 30 million for the guy. I can live with that. You know what I mean? Big up to you. Yali Malmin is coming through. Not sure if we're going after top, but it looks like we got our eyes on Chalobah. Bro, that's kind of disappointing for me. Even though he might be on a cheap, I don't know. Why would Maresca not want him, bro? I don't know. I haven't seen much of Chalobah. I can't say that he's good or he's bad. I haven't seen much of him, so I really don't know. I'm just worried because the first thing Enzo Maresca did was get rid of him. It could be maybe he doesn't like him. It could be maybe something else. I really don't know, guys. But if anyone knows a lot about Chalobah, tell me, guys, because I don't know. I'm going to have to do some research and watch some of his old games back over the course of this weekend before I could come and give my verdict on the guy. PLS, where are you seeing these news? On what? On Mazarawi? Oh, well, I mean, I check out Mazarawi on SofaScore, bro. So you know what I mean. Where does Chalaba deal could mark 25, could be on mark 25 to 30 mil. Oh, yeah, bro. But I mean, Danny B, if they want to get him gone, we should be offering like 20 to 25. It shouldn't be 25 to 30 at all. You know what I mean? And I also don't want to fund Chelsea's window, bro. Yeah, that's going to be iffy, guys. That's going to be a iffy situation. It's going to be interesting to see what's going on there, guys, because I'm not liking the Chalobah situation, bro. Not one bit. Swear. We already bought Mason Mount, and that's giving me enough headaches every day. This guy's wearing the number 7. That is killing me, bro. I can't be more honest with you guys when I say that. I'm sorry. If some guys might be mad that I don't really like Mason Mount, I apologize, but I've never really seen enough of him to say he deserves to wear on number 7, far less, to deserve us to spend 60 million pounds for him. That's not something that I really see. You know what I mean? Right. This is the last article that I have an update that's around right now, guys. And it might not be the best news for some of you guys because I know there's mixed emotions about these two players. For some, they're their favorite players on the. There's some impactful players in the squad, and for some, they're both a problem. Let's see what you guys think about this. This has been a little bit of latest reports coming in on Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes, and the reports are coming through saying that after last season's disappointing league finish, new co-owners Ineos were reportedly looking to revamp the whole squad during the summer window. A massive summer crowd was planned, with only a handful of young stars considered unsellable, which put a massive question mark on the futures of most of the big name stars. Like, Marcus Rashford, one of them. Off the field controversies overshadowed whatever little he delivered on the pitch, despite earning a brand new 5-year deal on the back of his most prolific season in red. The Mancunian delivered a below par season, netting only 8 times. His relationship with Eric Ten Hag is also deteriorated, and despite meetings behind the scenes, Ineos were reportedly open to his departure should any club offer a sizable fee. Rashford and Bruno exit rumors. Surprisingly, Bruno Fernandes' name was also in the list of players the new co-owners were open to selling, despite another brilliant season on a personal level. Paris Saint-Germain and the Saudi Pro Leagues were reportedly chasing his signature, while the midfielder was asking for a pay rise, which brings his wages in line with other high earners like the forward and Casemiro. Give Me Sport have claimed that the duo are considered key assets up the pitch, while their exits would free up the wage bill considerably. It would weaken the team in a big way, and Ten Hag does not want to entertain such thoughts. With less than a month to go before the season to start, Manchester United are on course to keep Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes at Old Trafford, as they do not want to entertain sanctioning the departure of key assets, with the Premier League campaign due to get underway in a matter of weeks. Give Me Sports sources have revealed this. Although sanctioning the departures would relieve some of the strain on the Red Devils' wage bill, with the pair contracts being on a combined worth of 540k per week, with Ten Hag is aware that he would be left short of creativity in the final third of the pitch. and have little time to find replacement. GMS sources have been informed that Rashford and Fernandes have not agitated for a move away from Old Trafford, and Manchester United were only willing to consider offloading them if it became clear they were desperate to move on to pastures new as the fast approaching season edges closer. Both are staying. The club decision to keep a hold of Ten Hag brings the likes of Leny Yoro and Joshua Zirkzee early on in the window have also pleased the Portuguese who wanted United to match his ambitions. Ineos are certainly doing that and more, showing that they mean business unlike the incompetent Glazers. As for Rashford, Ten Hag had a discussion with the international and there are plans to utilize him in a more dangerous manner, which would maximize his output in the season to come. Fans will be delighted by both players will be staying on, and their form will be crucial if the Red Devils are to get back in the top four in the league and possibly win the Europa. Guys, what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. What are you thinking? This has been a little bit of an update, guys. You know, there's lots of news flying around. A lot of the deals have slowed down a little bit, but that's also to be expected with the sense that Man United have been trying to make payment plans for every single player they negotiate with on their terms. So they might be paying a little bit over the odds for some of the players, or the negotiations might be a little bit longer than normal, but it's because we want to get them on our terms. What are your thoughts, guys? They had Gallagher earmarked to go, but he's still there. They need to raise like us. 100%, 100%, bro. I would say no to Chalobah, 25 tops. Yeah, he was the reason they done so well at the back at the end of last season on the Poch. Really? Interesting. Yeah, keep both of them. I said at the start of the summer we are stuck with Rashford. We need him to have one more good season, then sell. Other clubs and blind. Last season's walking around the pitch. Definitely, bro. Definitely. Guys, this brings me to the end of the stream. Thank you so much to all of you for joining me, guys. Big up to all of you. Thank you so much for all the support you've given me in the past few weeks. I ask you to continue with me. You know, tomorrow morning I will be back bright and early, 8:45 UK time, to bring you the news again and whatever updates that are breaking over the course of tonight and early in the morning. It's been your boy, Mark, an MUFC fan, and you know what it is, guys. Smash those likes and subscribe. On the road to 1K, guys. Can you help me get there? I'm trying to get there by the start of the new season. And guys, also new news about some watch-alongs coming up. This season, I'm going to add in some more watch-alongs. I'm going to be covering the youth team as they go through their paces, the under-18s in the youth league. I will be bringing those watch-alongs to you, you know, and some little bit of information about them weekly as well in my reports. I'm also going to be bringing you watch-alongs for the women's team. You know, if you know anyone who really follows the women's team as well, they can join me on the stream because I do follow them a lot, but I've never done a watch-along for the women's team. I always just watch the games when I'm at home, you know what I mean? Because I can't help it. I'm a huge fan of Hinata and Jessie. I think it's Jessie they call her. Yeah, Jessie. You know, I really like Luisa Garcia, but she left. You know what I mean? And Katie Zellum was always good. But you know what? We are moving on, onwards and upwards, and there are new players coming into the women's team, guys. So stay tuned for more information. And of course, you know you're going to get the men's team, the Europa League, the Carabao Cup. You're going to get the FA Cup, and most importantly, the Premier League. And guys, I have a FPL league. Get in the community page. Smash a like on the comments. Get in. Join the FPL crew. Let's banter and enjoy the league and see who comes out on top. Big up to all of you guys. I hope you have a good night. Danny B, Compo, Smurf. Big up to you, Stephanie Griffith, Turbo. Big up to you coming in, M-Bag. Big up, Bright My Broski. Big up to you, Yali Malmeen, Johnson, Bobby. Big up to you, bro. Labo, thank you so much for coming in. Wakanda forever. What's good, homie? Hope you have a good night, guys. I will be catching all you guys later. Big up to Mark Rott for the first time coming in. Hope to see you again soon, my brother. Don't forget to smash a like and subscribe. Big up to you, Barrow, as well. Hope to see you guys later on. And I will, Royden Frost, we'll be chatting in the Telegram group. Guys, I catch you all later. Have a good night from your boy, Mark, an MUFC fan. Don't forget to share the channel around. And if you have some time, smash a like and subscribe. Help the channel grow. Road to 100K. Here we go, guys.